John Le Bon is a self-proclaimed skeptic. He has been on this channel before when he started claiming that ultrasounds were radiating babies in the womb. He was of course talking nonsense, and he is unfortunately talking nonsense again. This time about the lunar lander. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Tinfoil Tuesday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Before we begin today, a huge thank you to the sponsors of today's video, Boot.dev. Boot.dev is building the smartest way to master back-end development by tackling the hardest problem with e-learning, boredom. The folks at Boot.dev believe the smartest way to learn how to code is to make sure you're never bored. It's online, self-paced, and feels like a captivating RPG game. Now you will learn back-end web development from start to finish in the Python and Go programming languages. And it is designed to get you writing a ton of code. Because getting your hands on the keyboard and shipping projects is the only way to learn. You will earn XP, levels, achievements, and complete quests to get top spots on the global leaderboards. At Boot.dev, they believe that learning to code is not a get-rich-quick scheme. They believe in going deep and taking time on the fundamentals, so that you are as prepared as you can be for your job search. Now, programmers actually have amazing earning potential. According to Stack Overflow, the median salary for back-end developers in the US in 2023 was over $100,000. Of course, not everyone has the means to pay for a membership, so all of their content is free to read and watch in guest mode. A paid membership unlocks interactivity and the game that goes with it. Click the link in the description box and use my code SIMANDAN to get 25% off your first payment towards Boot.dev. That's 25% off your first month or your first year, depending on which subscription you choose. Right, on with today's video, which as I said earlier is from John Le Bon. He's in a dark room with green lighting and he's wearing sunglasses. Of course he is. He wants to make a point about people blindly believing the authorities. And he wants to use the lunar lander to do so. Let's hear him out, shall we?
Anyhow, I made this point that some people, they see this image of the lunar lander and what do they see? I think most people see, and I'm going to show you the image in a second, an advanced scientific invention which took men to the moon. But other people see a comical charade, a joke, a giant live-action roleplay that people think was being serious. Now, this is the image I'm talking about, folks.
Okay, first up, and the biggest misconception about all of this is that the lunar lander did not take people all the way from Earth to the moon and back. This took people all the way to the moon and back. The lunar lander was specifically made to get astronauts from the orbit of the moon to the moon's surface.
This is it. If you show this image to the regular person, and they could be very otherwise clever and intelligent, they could be professionally successful, they could be an accountant or a doctor, or they could run, they could be managing 20 people in some kind of IT company, okay? So these are successful people, and they're generally well reimbursed for their time in their professional fields, and they've got university degrees or college degrees. They're very smart people. And you show them this, and you know what they see? They see an advanced device, advanced for its time, 1969, 1970s. They see an advanced contraption that took men to the moon.
From the orbit of the moon to the surface of the moon, not all the way.
Housed them there for about a day, and then got them back, helped get them back to Earth. That's what they see when they see this.
Apollo 17, by the way, spent over 3 days on the surface of the moon, before using the LEM to get back to the command module which was in orbit of the moon.
Otherwise intelligent, clever people. I'm telling you, it's true. That's what they see. But then there are other people, you can show them this, and they're like, well, hold on, why does it look like it's made out of aluminium foil and, art, paper that you'd find in a kid's classroom? And like, are these plastic funnels from somebody's kitchen? Is this from the local supermarket, just plastic funnels?
And these people would be wrong.
And how come it's all bent like it's paper? And this is a very dodgy, this looks like something that kids would put together if you gave them a big budget and you said, okay, kids, for this semester, we're going to work as a team and build a lunar lander. And we've got a big budget. Okay, so we're not just doing glue and connect the dots this year. No, this year we're going to build a lunar lander, and we can buy all of the crepe paper, all of the aluminium foil that we need, The teachers will help you. We've got some, these are like broomstick handles, for Christ's sakes. We're going to get all of this stuff, and we can make our own lunar lander. And that'll be our project for the year here at school.
JLB's flippancy here is utterly deplorable. He couldn't even make a mock-up of the lunar lander, let alone a real thing. Yes, the lunar lander looked a bit frail, but it was designed to be as light as possible, so it could be as fuel efficient as it could possibly be. And the foil, you can see, was actually used to protect the LEM from solar radiation. And actually, the only parts of the pressurised cabin that the astronauts were in that was visible from the outside were the windows. It did what it was supposed to do quite brilliantly, which was to get the astronauts to the surface of the moon from lunar orbit, keep them alive for a few days, and then get them back to the command module.
Okay, so that's what some people see. Some people see, when they look at this, a joke, a charade. So my question for you is, why? Why do some people see an advanced contraption that went all the way to the moon? They're like, whoa, look at this is amazing. People went all the way to the moon with this, wow. And then other people are like, that's the thing this is it? This is the thing?
Well, the people that look at it and marvel at it understand that it was designed and built by experts in their field. Experts that have studied their entire adult lives to be experts. The people that look at it and think it's all a joke think they know more than the experts. It's called Dunning-Kruger, JLB.
No, this is JLB is joking with us. He's got a fake photo. Ah, I see what JLB's doing. He's got a fake photo of a lunar lander. He's pretending it's the real lunar lander so he can mock. He's doing a straw man. And then when they find out this is literally straight from NASA, this image, okay? Straight from NASA, and then it's uploaded. It's one of the main images that they show for lunar lander on the Wikipedia page, okay? This is the official thing, you see.
Which begs the question, if NASA really did fake the moon landing, why not create something that those armchair Dunning-Kruger skeptics actually believe? Why leave the door open for criticism? I'll tell you why, because that actually is the lunar lander that went to the moon.
So the question again becomes, why do some people see that this is a joke and other people do not see that this is a joke? Is it because of blood types?
No, it's because people think they know better than experts.
Is it because of radiation in the womb? Mutilation soon after birth for the males?
No, it's because people think they know better than experts.
Is it because of what people are fed?
No, it's because people think they know better than experts.
What is it? Or are some people never, from the day they're born, never had a chance because we live in a realm where not all people are necessarily created the same?
What in the blue blazers does that mean? Now JLB goes on to tell us about a special graph he made for this phenomenon.
So this is my handy-dandy visual representation of the situation on the question of, did people go to the moon? Now, there are some people who are like, oh, they faked the moon landing to beat Russia. It was a space race. And it was filmed by my Stanley Kubricks. Okay, there are people who... And this scene is full of these people, guys. Remember, I've been here for 10 years. I've seen it all.
Well, yes, there are people that do believe that. I can't deny it. Obviously all incorrect, though.
And this scene is full of those kinds of people. Now, they might say something that is correct. For example, the moon landing has never happened. They might say that. But if you ask them why they believe that, if you ask them for their reasoning, my God in heaven, it's a sad state of affairs, Jerry. It really is.
So JLB is saying here that these people are right in their assumptions, but wrong with their reasonings. Okay.
Then you've got the people in the middle of the bell curve. Of course, this is a bell curve which is meant to roughly approximate the distribution of people's intelligence across the population. Roughly. In the middle of the bell curve, you've got the midwits, and they say, we went to the moon. JLB, we went to the moon. We went to the moon. And I say, who's we? And he's like, us, humans, we did it. They're very proud. They're very proud of this achievement.
That's definitely me.
Of humans going to the moon. Like it's one of their favourite things that they've ever done. Was going to the moon. We went to the moon, they say. And I'm like, why do you believe that? Well, because firstly, I went to school. Didn't you go to school, JLB? You must not have gone to school if you don't believe we went to the moon. I'm like, no, I just want some evidence, bro. Why do you believe that humans walked on that thing that's up there right now? And they're like, well, if they didn't go, how come we can reflect lasers off the moon?
Fair point. We can do that.
And again, I'm like, okay, I've never reflected a laser off the moon. What the hell are you talking about? Well, it's on Mythbusters.
Come on, JLB. It's the royal we that we are referring to here.
If man didn't go to the moon, how come on Mythbusters they could reflect a laser off the moon? I'd explain that. These people, this is the majority of humans, you understand. And some of these people are successful in their chosen fields of work. Like I said, accountants, doctors, middle managers at various corporate and public sector companies. Just like that. Yes, indeed.
Well, they're correct, aren't they? Because we did go to the moon.
And then you've got the people on the other side, yes. Now, I might prefer to believe that most people who are on my channel and leave comments are like this. And you probably want to believe that most of the people who agree with you about the moon landings or different so-called conspiracy theories, that they're thoughtful people, they're intelligent, they've got their own opinions, they think for themselves. You might want to believe that, but in fact, my friends, I'm here to tell you, and I've been here for 10 years. Remember, I was sent by my CIAs to destroy my truth movements 10 years ago.
And I think this is the best place to finish for today, don't you? Dear oh dear, JLB, what are you blithering on about? So I'm going to have to say we're all done and debunked for another Tinfoil Tuesday. What do you guys think of JLB's little presentation there? Is that convincing or was he talking nonsense? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching today. It is of course truly appreciated. Please do consider subscribing to the channel and of course hitting that thumbs up button too and sharing the video too if the feeling takes you, if you really did enjoy it. Thank you. Just enough time to once again thank boot.dev for sponsoring today's video. Remember, click the link in the description, use my code SIMANDAN and you get 25% off your first payment towards boot.dev. Now that's 25% off your first month or your first year, depending on which subscription you choose. I've been SIMANDAN. Have yourselves a great couple of days and I'll see you on Friday for the return of Level Earth Observer and he's going after the space shuttle. Of course he is. See you then.